There's something people never understand about you. They look at your life from the outside and assume you're lonely or antisocial or not trying hard enough. But here's the twist I think you already know deep down. Having few or no friends doesn't make you weak. Sometimes it means you're built differently. It means your mind doesn't operate on the cheap settings everyone else uses. And if that sounds even a little familiar, stay with me. This video might explain parts of you nobody has ever put into words. Pause here. Let's talk about the rare traits almost no one notices until you've spent a long time alone. 1. Being friendless doesn't mean something is wrong with you. Most people assume friendship count equals worth. They think you're supposed to collect people like trophies. You know, the more friends, the more normal. But some minds don't work like that. Your brain might be wired for observation, not imitation. For depth, not noise. For inner worlds, not outer crowds. You're not broken. You're not defective. You're selective by nature. And honestly, the world has a hard time understanding people like that because it's built for those who need constant interaction just to feel alive. But not you. You're alive in silence. You're comfortable in your own energy. And that's intimidating to people who fear being alone with their own thoughts. 2. Low tolerance for fake or inauthentic people. Let's be real. Most social groups are held together by gossip, subtle manipulation, or shared insecurity. And you can sense that stuff instantly. Your self-awareness is too sharp. Your intuition is too loud. You can feel the mask energy in a room the second someone walks in. And once you sense it, you're out. People call you distant, but you're just allergic to fakery. You don't play the social theater game. You don't laugh when something isn't funny. You don't tolerate people who pretend. So you keep your circle small, not because you dislike people, but because you refuse to lower your standards just to fit in. 3. Preference for depth over quantity. Let's be honest, you hate small talk. Conversations that go nowhere. People who talk but never say anything real. You're built for depth, for meaning, for connection that actually hits your nervous system. When you speak, you want to touch the truth. When you listen, you want to understand what someone really feels, not what they pretend to feel. And that kind of connection is rare, so naturally you end up with fewer people in your life. You're not chasing quantity, you're chasing resonance, and honestly, that's a sign of maturity most people never reach. 4. Social interactions drain you more than others. Here's the part most people don't get. You're not antisocial. You're not awkward. Your nervous system is just wired differently. You process emotions deeply. You absorb energy around you. You analyze every tone, every micro-expression, every hidden meaning. It's like your brain runs the entire conversation twice while you're still in it. Of course, you're exhausted afterward. You need silence. You need recovery time. You need to breathe in your own energy again. People mistake that for avoidance. But honestly, it's emotional precision. It's sensitivity, not weakness. 5. Strong independence plus low need for social validation. Now here's the rare part. You don't need constant attention. You don't need someone texting you every hour. You don't need validation to feel real. You can entertain yourself. Think for yourself. Spend time alone without falling apart. Your independence is a superpower, even though it sometimes gets mislabeled as detachment. Most people panic in silence. You recharge in it. You've built a life where your mind is your friend instead of your enemy. That's unusual. That's powerful. That's rare. 6. Past experiences created guardedness. Now this one hits a little deeper. A lot of people with few friends weren't always like this. Something happened. Someone betrayed you. Someone walked away. Someone showed you that friendship can be temporary, conditional, or fake. And ever since then, you raised your standards. Not out of bitterness, but out of protection. You developed a trust threshold. People have to prove they're consistent, not just convenient. You don't open your heart to just anyone anymore. And honestly, that's wisdom. Pain didn't make you closed off. It made you precise. 7. Having few friends can be a sign of inner strength. Here's the twist most people absolutely never consider. Solitude can be a sign of psychological maturity. It means you outgrew chaos. You outgrew noise. You outgrew connections that drain you more than they fill you. It means you're developing intuition, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, self-respect. Yes, it's lonely sometimes, but it's also a sign that you're evolving. People with high self-awareness often go through friend droughts, not because they're unworthy, but because their standards finally match their identity. You're not empty, you're in transition. If anything in this video felt a little too accurate, you're not the only one. There are millions of people who feel like outsiders because their mind is wired for something deeper. You're not friendless, you're filtering, and the right people won't get filtered out. If you want more videos that explain your mind in ways nobody ever taught you, you know what to do. Tap subscribe. Not for me, for you, because I think you're finally ready to understand yourself at a level most people never reach.